I have to reshoot this video, and I hate the fact that I have to reshoot it because all the genuine emotion from the last video that I had basically just goes to the trash because the video quality was terrible. It didn't focus. I hope it's focusing right now. It was an unboxing of a fragrance that I've had tried a few years ago that I finally got a hold of in a little 50 milliliter bottle from L'Artisan Parfumé. This is Noir Exquis. This is a fantastic coffee, vanilla, maple, gourmand fragrance. It's very, very delectable, very sweet, syrupy, rich, dense, heavy. You need to have a sweet tooth for this. This is a newer formulation. I'll show you a photo of the formulation I'm more familiar with, but this is what I have here right now. And I appreciate this fragrance so much. This is one of the first niche fragrances I ever sampled. Yeah, this is just a fantastic fragrance. It was my scent of the night tonight. I just took another shower because I did play basketball. So I will respray this again as my scent of the night part 2. The cap itself, at least the newer caps, it looks like for the most part it's metal, or at least metallic with plastic filling. So if you want to look on the inside of the cap, it's actually quite heavy. It reminds me almost of a PDM cap. It's very, very heavy, very hefty. Atomizer on this is very good. This is a 50 milliliter bottle I bought on eBay from a trusted seller that I've bought off before. Scent of the night. This is perfect for the fall or winter time. February, this is perfect for I'm sorry. This is perfect for, where am I? Syracuse. This is perfect for Syracuse winter weather because it is very heavy. Performs like there's no tomorrow off of my skin. I get at least, from what I used to wear in Los Angeles, I got a minimum of 8 hours each time I wore it. This is technically my second wearing of this particular bottle. 50 milliliter, like I said. The older bottle I had access to from a store in Larchmont. If you're familiar with the Larchmont area down in Los Angeles, this is basically close in between Beverly Hills and K-Town. So in between the two areas, there's a place called Larchmont. If you know the Salt and Straw, I want to say it's called Nick's Bagels, Nick's New York Bagel or something like that. There's a diptyque at that place too. There's a bunch of like small business stores there. They have a store that sold older formulations of L'Artisan Parfumé for full retail. And I tried Noir Exquis, Al Oud, and Mioret Musc. I think it was the Extreme, if I remember, or the original. I can't remember off the top of my head. Out of the few L'Artisan Parfumé that I tried, Noir Exquis was my favorite. Al Oud is a very close second, and I will get my hands on a bottle someday. Not right now, because as good as it smelled, I just really don't know when I'm gonna wear it. If you're looking for a killer date night fragrance, this is perfect. It is a little heavy, so be easy on the trigger. If you want a more masculine take on Noir Exquis, this smells somewhat similar, in the same family but done differently, to Replica By the Fireplace by Maison Martin Margiela, which is very popular. Both of them were released in the same year, 2015. By the Fireplace is more smoky, darker woody, and it has there's kind of like a slight marshmallow vibe that I do get off of my skin with By the Fireplace. Noir Exquis, it's more so just sweet coffee and vanilla, like a smooth coffee with some vanilla and some maple. Sprinkle in a touch of like orange somewhere. There's an orange somewhere. You slice an orange wide open, you get that little fresh citric pop mixing in with the other aromas. That's essentially what you get here. In the dry down, at least on my skin, I get a good dose of ebony wood that gives it a dark woody tone, not necessarily smoky but dark. Now If you do not like sweet scents, stay away from this. This might not change your mind, even though it does get woodier in a darker tone in the dry down. It's still sweet because it's overloaded with vanilla and maple, and there is a good hit of chestnut as well, a nuttiness to it, but it's mainly that coffee off of my skin. If you do like coffee, you will like this fragrance, at least in my opinion, you will. If you like vanilla, you're gonna love this fragrance. If you like a good nutty warm fragrance, you're gonna like this fragrance. It's not in the same vein as like Stronger With You or Jet Black Platinum by Michael Malul. It does kind of have the same heavy, dense wearing experience as those fragrances. I will say the orange in here does give it a very different twist that I don't get from any of the other fragrances, because those are purely sweet. There's something citric and fresh in here. Let me spray one on. I'm gonna do another test spray on my forearm, because this, oh my god, this smells so good. Oh god. I normally don't do my wrist, so I'm doing the area right below it. Look, it's a heavy spray. You could tell where I sprayed it. This sprays a lot of juice. Oh god, that smells really good. It smells so good. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. Finally, after nearly 3 years, I finally have the fragrance in my collection, and I got it for a really good price too. It was supposed to be a first impression, but the footage that I shot failed. This is more so kind of like a first impression, quote unquote, with the newer style of at least the newer formulation, newer bottle style, because the older bottle style I'm very familiar with. Not necessarily like I know it like the back of my hand, but I could detect it. I could detect it if I really tried looking for it. Hopefully you like this first impression. If you do have a bottle of Noir Exquis, let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think about it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Have you tried it before? This is just incredible. At least in my opinion, one of the best sweet fragrances out there, that kind of puts you in a fireplace mood, but more so like indoors. Whereas By the Fireplace by Maison Martin Margiela is more so outdoors. This is kind of like the indoor take with the coffee and all of that. This reminds me of going back into the beginning of my fragrance journey and just rediscovering all these amazing scents again. So to have this in my collection finally after 3 years is it's like almost like a full circle moment, because I know back in Los Angeles this would be really hard to wear because Los Angeles doesn't really get cold. Over here in Syracuse we get below freezing from November all the way to March, April. That, at least last year, it was November to April. So hopefully you like this first impression. If you did, please comment down below, like the video, subscribe to my channel for future content, and until then, I'll see you in the next one.